Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Here for some more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. We are now exactly 1 week away from the Future Saga Chapter 3 free update content. It's been confirmed for a while now that DLC Pack 20 is going to be releasing on the 30th of October. We usually get the free update a day before, so it's going to be on the 29th. I'm looking forward to the entirety of Future Saga Chapter 3. It's going to be an epic time. Free items and paid items we're going to be eating well, but it is strange when you sit back, relax, and start to think, why haven't they necessarily revealed anything in regards to the free update pack? You know what I mean? Are they trying to hype things up? Do they want us to start speculating out here? Which I will. Stay tuned for that video. It's going to be dropping sometime soon, but maybe they're finally going to be integrating a new Awoken skill for CACs. That would just be top tier. As we all know, Awoken skills are part of the free update, but I wouldn't even care at this point if it's going to be for Saiyans, Namekians, Frieza CACs. I just want a new power boost. Comment down below in the comments what's the next Awoken you personally would like to see. I will be making a separate video on that as well. But you guys remember back in the day, this is DLC pack 15 or 16. Let's see. So Future Saga Chapter 3, that's DLC 20. Daima, DLC 19. Chapter 2, DLC 18. Chapter 1, DLC 17. Yeah, Superhero 2, that's DLC 16. But they revealed, you know, leading up to the release of the actual DLC, content for both the free and paid. You guys remember they confirmed Cell Max was going to be part of the free raid boss. Even some of the outfits here, we got that Gohan for the paid content, the Cell Max for the free content, even a little bit of the illustration art pieces. We don't necessarily get that now, which, going back to what I just said, I wonder why. Are they just trying to have us speculate out here? It's strange, but I am assuming that they're saving everything for the launch trailer, which also drops a day before the actual release. So the 29th, again, is going to be an epic time just because of the free update content and the DLC launch trailer. That's when they're going to be unveiling everything, the free update content and the paid stuff. It's just interesting how they kind of stopped focusing on revealing free update stuff. I think they did that ever since Future Saga Chapter 2, maybe even Chapter 1, because they didn't reveal anything for the Daima DLC. Again, I'm talking about the free update items. Yeah, so it's just stuff that they're not necessarily focusing on now, just mainly the paid stuff, like the characters, maps, if there are any new upcoming maps, who knows. They still have some information to reveal in regards to DLC 20, just because they only revealed Broly so far. We got a little bit of his gameplay yesterday. I'm assuming this is going to be his basic combo string right here, and then he can transform into Super Saiyan Rage. That will alter his combo strings. Not necessarily sure if that will alter his super, ultimate, and evasive attacks, like how it did for DBZ Restrained Broly. That would be cool if he gets both treatments for the combos and supers, but that's going to be his evasive move, kind of like this vertical explosive wave. They kind of made the transformation as an evasive attack. That's something I appreciate. You can transform during his evasive, so if you're in a wrathful state, use the evasive. It will allow you to transform if you choose to, right? And about a month ago, they revealed the game mode with Chilai and base DBS Broly. And of course, they did tease USV Frieza. We still don't have any information about that character, if it's going to be Golden USV or 4th Form Frieza USV. As I said many times before, it's most likely going to be Golden State. But they're probably going to be revealing him within that launch trailer with everything else. But stuff that's not necessarily Bandai, V-Jump Scan, they've been doing a pretty decent job. We actually knew of Wrathful Broly because of the September V-Jump Scan, right? They confirmed them with his 3 initial attacks, and then this month's V-Jump Scan, a couple days ago actually, they confirmed his transformation over here. That cutscene is going to be super animated. Looking forward to all that. And we got additional details of his skill attack descriptions, right? Gigantic Cross, which is going to be the super. Saiyan Blaster, which is going to be the evasive. The gameplay we just saw him using, undergoing Super Saiyan. And the ultimate Gigantic Nova. This one seems extremely animated as well. And going back to what I said before, yes, Super Saiyan will alter his combo strings. Again, not entirely sure about his supers, but this is everything that we know so far, right? Something interesting going over here. This is going to be the Japanese Dragon Ball Twitter page, the same as this one. This is just the English one. So they did put that same Broly clip down here, but the translations are slightly different. You could interpret this however you want. Maybe the Google translations are just messing up, but it does say introducing the new character. That's the highlight of the DLC. So there we have it. This is why they're promoting nothing but Wrathful Broly, because he's going to be the main character. We got him for 2 V-Jump scans. You know, they revealed his base form within that Chi-Lai trailer. They're going to be part of the Kanton City NPCs. Dragon Ball Games, again, dropped that combo string of them. He's the highlight of DLC 20. So going back to what I said before, in regards to the story mode, maybe, you know, Wrathful Broly is going to be like, not necessarily the villain, he's not a villain, the antagonist, I guess you could say, where we have to go up against him. Maybe he's the one that destroys Kanton City. Maybe Few actually does do the supervillainous mind control and gets them under his belt. Either that, I also said this, maybe Few doesn't even need to do that, because you guys know Wrathful Broly, he like loses control, doesn't necessarily know what he's doing, so maybe he's just doing it himself, right? He's going Berserk Uzaru mode or whatever, and he's the one that destroys Kanton City. Who knows? I like the idea of Frieza destroying Kanton City more, though, just because he's cool. What if Frieza destroys Beerus? Not destroys him, but like beats him in battle? And then, you know, the CAC, Goku, you guys have a team up to destroy Frieza. I can go on about that. That's going to be a separate video. But yeah, I just found this sentence pretty dang interesting. The highlight of the DLC, the new character, which obviously they're referring to Broly once again. So let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about the free update. Again, they're obviously going to be revealing everything within the launch trailer, but it is strange how they're not necessarily focusing on the free update items anymore, which is a shame, because it's cool getting hyped up, you know, leading up to the release of the DLC. So we're going to be going over this week's free update for Xenoverse 2, you know, going over the raids, the Town Patrol Metal Shop. This one is currently going on right now at the time of recording this video. It's going to end the same day in a couple of hours. I am a little bit late in covering this, but we've been busy covering all the other official DLC content. So the Transforming Rose Goku Black raid. Oh, so this is one of the ones where he transforms into either his original Super Saiyan Rose or the corrupt Super Saiyan Rose. Dude, this is like one of the better ones in my personal opinion. He doesn't necessarily transform chronologically, right? He doesn't go from base to Rose, then corrupt Rose. It's base into Rose, and then like RNG chance to get the other one, base into corrupt Rose, right? So again, this one started last week. We have the Pacific time zones over here for PlayStation, Switch, and Steam. Started on 16th of October, 8 p.m. And again, it's going to end later tonight, 10 p.m., the 22nd. The next raid, which we'll cover, that's right above this one, that's going to be starting here soon. So Xbox, they usually start a day late, but as for the rewards, I haven't even checked this out myself. Do we have anything interesting? Of course, the participation reward, the Hercule Common Badge, 50 Town Patrol medals. As for the individual goal rewards, if you deal 5,000 damage, that will be 50 Town Patrol medals, the name more. Illustration 554. As always, shout outs to Janek over here for providing the actual screenshots of the rewards. So we have all 4 in 1. I'm assuming it's in numerical order. So 554 is going to be the top left with the Great Saiyan Man and both the Gammas after they just defeated super villainous perfect. So that was actually a very cool CGI cutscene, if you ask me. If you deal 15,000 damage, that'll be 50 medals, 20 super temperature medals, and illustration 526. Okay, so it's not in numerical order. However, maybe Genic did make it in order in terms of how it is over here, right? So yeah, I think top left Gamma's is 554 and top right 526. I'm assuming that's going to be the Goku Hero Coliseum one. Is that the Hero Coliseum? It's End of Z Goku, so that would be kind of cool to get, not going to lie. If you deal 30,000 damage, 50 temporal medals, 30 super temporal medals, and illustration 655. Again, I'm assuming that's the bottom left. With Corrupt Rose, does make sense because you literally go up against them as the raid mission itself. Deal 50,000 damage, that will be 50 temporal medals, 40 super temporal medals. The exclusive illustration art piece, 1042. As per usual, the Dragon Ball The Breakers collaboration. That's actually a glorious art piece right there. Now, 100,000 damage, 50 temporal medals, 50 super temporal medals, and the name Avenger. Yeah, we usually don't get anything cool if we go up all the way to the 100,000 damage mark. Just additional medals, right? So this is going to be this week's raid. Janemba Light. So located behind the Time Patrol Metal Shop. Light missions extremely easy. This is specifically going to start for PlayStation, Switch, and Steam October 23rd, so tomorrow night, 8 p.m. And it's going to end the 29th of October, the 29th. Bro, so this is going to be the last or final basic free updates before the DLC 20 free update. So this is it, y'all. The last update right here, the Janemba Light Raid. And then we're going to be jumping over to DLC Pack 20 free updates. Ooh, that's going to be cool. Don't necessarily know when that free update will be dropping, either in the morning or at night. It's strange how they do things sometimes because it could be either or. But yeah, man, let's just do this raid, focus on this, and then that's it. DLC 20 time. You know, additional super souls, additional new raids, right? New rewards, new items, outfits, all that cool stuff, bro. This is why I went on that tangent in the first half of this video. It would be cool if they reveal all the free update stuff. It is what it is. Well, not necessarily everything, but just some things, like how they used to do back in the day. Xbox, as per usual, starts an hour later, or not an hour, but, you know, a couple hours later. Specifically, what, 7 hours? Yeah, 3 a.m. And it's going to end October 30th at 6 a.m. Again, for Xbox. As for the rewards, we have participation, Hercule badge, 50 temperature medals, damage dealt 5,000. You get 50 temperature medals, the name more, and Janemba's sword. Oh, that's actually a good one. In my personal opinion, I think this is a cool item. This used to be my go-to item when Xenoverse 2 first dropped. Anyway, 15,000 damage, 50 more medals, 20 super temperature medals, illustration art piece 208, and fashionable suits. You'll get the shoes. And again, thanks to Genic for providing the images. What was it? Illustration 208, so it's going to be an old one. Yeah, the Corrupt Janemba, I'm assuming. 30,000 damage, 50 temperature medals, 30 super temperature medals, illustration art piece 151, and that's going to be the Ginyu Force rules, the Ginyu Force rules, Ginyu Force rules. They have a pretty cool, catchy theme song. 50,000 damage, 40 super temperature medals, Zuno's Top Knot wig, which is right over here. Oh, and this is going to be, yeah, Janemba's accessory. I'm sure all of you guys know how this looks already. Yeah, I like how he literally just picked up a random club, or I don't even know what it was, but it was like a miniature, again, a club. It was like a miniature weapon, and then Janemba picked it up and then transformed it into his very own unique sword. That's the power of the sinister energy. He was like the ruler of the demon realm, not the demon realm, but, you know, hell. It was like all the bad spirits that, you know, the worker who's working down there, he absorbed all the bad spirits and became evil incarnate himself, dude. That's actually a pretty cool concept, right? This is why they have to retcon Janemba, you know, bring him into the official Dragon Ball timeline. Let's get a Janemba movie. They did it with Broly, why not with Janemba? But to be fair, I would prefer to get Cooler in first, and then the Janemba movie. Again, top 3 villains: Broly, well, DBZ movie villains: Broly, Janemba, and Kura. If you do 100,000 damage, 50 Time Patrol medals, and 50 Super Time Patrol medals. Again, a final update before DLC Pack 20. So when this ends, it will be about that time. So this is it for today's video. Thank you guys for the immense support. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys are looking forward to the free update stuff, which I know a lot of you guys are, because obviously it is free, and I know not everybody buys the DLC content day one. Some people look forward more towards the free update stuff, because let's say if they do include that free Awoken, that'd be a great time. And hopefully they increase the CAC level counts, which I'm assuming they will, to 180. Again, we will talk a little bit more about that later on. This is it for today's video. Thank you guys for the immense support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and take care. Peace!